rough, he had to look like, yeah, okay, whatever. Not Willamette Speedway, not with Chris Knobsdegger. No, this thing was rough. And you finally got to see the video.
I did.
Do you think the track was rough, Josh?
I think the drivers didn't know how to drive in the last night.
Oh,
Did he really just say that?
No,
for
you know,
everybody
No.
no. He said that for everybody to
Dude,
hear.
that wasn't rough. That was not rough.
So
That was Las Vegas
Now,
Motor Speedway
I was going
rough.
to, at some point during this off season, talk about this night with Rob Maya on the line. I'm going to have Rob Maya now come into the studio, and I want Josh to say that in front of him.
You know,
Rob,
listen. Rob Maya, I'll put it like this, since he can't call in and he can't yell at me. Can't drive a race car.
Oh, it's going to get ugly.
Oh.
It's going to get ugly.
I'm
Rob,
just playing.
that
Oh.
does not reflect the opinion of everybody else here.
No.
That is one
No.
ignorant man.
Reason why I
hey,
said
hang
that
on,
is
hang on,
Rob
hang on.
Maya can't come up to Sunset and show me how he can run the outside of the wall. What's up, son?
He can't do that. He can't. You can't challenge Rob like that because Rob will laugh at you.
I mean, I'm just wondering when he's going to come up to Sunset. I asked him several times, and he goes, nah.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, until he can
was
show me he can
focused.
run up,
He was
up on the.
focused.
Listen, he can run at Willamette Speedway up on the wall like a badass, like a man on a mission, just hammer down. But can he run Sunset at the wall?
I think Rob can run the wall at any track he wants to go. That's just where he does it.
Listen,
Rob doesn't run the wall. He owns the wall.
Pretty much. In fact, it's
on
not
it,
even
dude,
called the
listen,
wall.
Have you ever?
It's not even called the wall anymore. It's the official name of it at Willamette Speedway is the Rob Maya retaining wall. That's
I thought that was a parking lot.
well.
No. That's a different name. We don't talk about that.
We don't.
No, listen.
We
Okay,
don't.
on a serious note, Rob Maya is a badass. I'm just gonna throw it down there. Rob Maya can take
There
that car.
is nothing
and
that he is afraid of in a dirt lane. model.
when I was down there here a couple weeks ago and saw, I don't think he ever lifted. I think he literally used the right rear quarter panel. I think he's got a buffer on there somewhere. And what he does is he puts it on before the heat race and finds out how far it shaves down. And then he goes back in the pits, goes into his trailer, does a little calculation, say, I got another 6 inches that damn thing,
No,
or like
'cause
that.
there
And what
was-
it is it's a wicker. The reason why you don't see it in Victory Lane is because that some bitch is rubbed off. That's why it's called. That's why his nickname, Rubbed Off Rob Maya.
It's not
Rubbed Off Maya. Yeah, it is.
He's pretty good at shooting from the hip, but this is getting a little out of hand. Now
Did you
listen,
smell that?
I just got a text
Yeah.
too. I just got a text that says, "Is there an issue with the show or just my phone?" I'm not sure who this text is. It's not in my contacts. Who are you? Well, that's Rob Maya saying, "Hey,
It is not Rob Maya.
I'm coming to get you." No.
That gets you. So, okay, let's talk about it because it got pretty crazy at Willamette Speedway with, extremely rough and nothing.
I did see the video that Sam posted.
Nothing.
Track looked different than what I've seen it before.
Well, and it was that one track you get that kind of catches everybody off guard.
It wasn't even the track.
Well,
It was 1 and 2.
Well, it was one. I mean, it was rough. I mean, a little bit down to 3 and 4, but nothing like 1 and 2. 1 and 2 was extremely. It was
1 and 2 was a whoop section. Let's just be honest.
It was a rhythm section. It was a rhythm section.
Dude. Oh.
And well, let's talk about how the day went. Let's start. The qualifying everything went as good as it could go on a track like that. It was awesome. We had a great field of cars. The day started off with racing. This is fun. The actual racing that started the day was the Beer Cup. Now, this is put on by the Tangent Mafia, Buzz Mitchell, and all the farmers out there that get together. And if you don't know what Beer Cup is, I did explain it at Willamette Speedway.
So this is the first time I ever heard about the Beer Cup.
Okay, this is the third year for the Beer Cup.
Okay.
Beer Cup. Okay, third year. This is the third year. Yes.
Third or fourth.
This
It was the third year.
starts at the beginning of the races?
This was the
Oh, yeah.
last race of the year. Okay, the
Okay,
Beer
but-
Cup takes place at the last race of the year.
But it starts at the beginning of the night.
It replaces trophy dashes.
Okay, so basically people are already half hammered by the time
No.
he
No,
races.
no,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no,
All right,
No.
All right.
But
I'm just saying.
it's interesting you bring that up.
Listen, Grasshopper.
Here's how this works.
Listen, you're talking about.
Here's how this works. From the first race of the year
Okay.
up until the race before the last. Okay. The Tangent Mafia, them crazy farmers up there in the far end of turn 4.
Oh, yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
know- I
talking
know
about.
those guys.
Okay, those guys.
Half drunken
For-
between heat races.
For every beer they drink during the season, they put $1 into a pot. Okay? Now, at the end of the season, however much money is in that pot before Race for the Last gets divvied up. Okay, let me tell you, the late model Trophy Dash, 6 cars, 8 laps, paid $250. Now follow me. That's
Hold on.
Now
that's
listen.
just,
No,
that's
listen.
just one race.
One
And
race.
we're divvying it up.
The whole pot that was divvied up was $1,020.
That's awesome.
It's not awesome because they're down from last year's count. Last year's count, the purse was $1,200.
So you're telling me or what like that they made more pee breaks than they did beer breaks?
I think something happened to somebody's liver, and
so they had to slow them down.
I'm not sure what happened there, but there might have been a medical situation.
You know what? I think we just need to get them a dedicated server. Let's
need-
just solve this problem.
Well,
Why don't we just put a tap up there?
That's what we've been
bring
talking
Bring
about.
them closer to.
Just get their own pump.
Bring them closer to to the Moxie Tower because right there's the concession right up
Right.
top.
Run a
just,
line
just
up
run
and
a line up or like that.
pump
Put
the
it in a
keg.
tap or whatever because I mean they're going through a keg a night, right? Okay, a keg is what $300-$400, $500,
Oh, easy.
something like that.
Probably. These guys.
Yeah,
That's how
what's
they
up?
prime the pump.
That's
That's just how they get going.
Bring nacho
Now,
cheese and
we started off
tap.
with beer cup dashes. Okay, so instead of running a regular trophy dash, we went $250, 6 cars, 8 laps for the late models. Interesting race. A little bit of contact between a couple drivers. I'm not going to say any names, but it was it kind of set the tone for the night as far as what the fans were going to see action wise, because that dash was it was exciting, was it not, Joel?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
boy.
was crazy. Now, that being said, the winner of that late model dash, Superman Colin Weinbarger.
what?
Got to the front.
Got himself a couple $100
Well, and here's the thing.
because
He
you know
did.
he's going to use that at night.
250 bucks for winning that dash.
Good
Okay?
deal for him, man.
It was a good win. I mean, there was some strong cars. You had Tanner in there. You had Rob Maya. Who else was in that dash? Kai Frick was in there.
Kai Frick
There was
was
John Duty was in there. I mean, there
Hey,
was
you got
some,
a mic.
There was some good
got-
action. There was some good action, but Colin Weinberg got to the front, and he put some distance between him and the guys that were racing, and he won the Beer Cup late model dash. IMCA modified dash was next, and tough race again. And it wasn't just the competition; it was now racing against the track surface. IMCA modified dash went to Superman Colin Weinberger.
Hold on.
No, he won
In
two trophy
in two
dashes.
He's bringing home.
$450.
Oh, we're jacking him.
IMCA modified dash paid $200 to win.
Jack
okay.
and a trophy.
And the trophies
and
were
a custom trophy.
Trophies were incredible. They were built by
Hold on.
Jeff Hansen, putter.
Yeah.
Remember we had him in here earlier
Yeah.
on the safety show?
Oh, dude.
You got to see these trophies he built.
Hold
Absolutely
on. So he's
phenomenal.
got $450. He's got 2 badass trophies.
2 trophies that I think the trophies were over. They were almost 30 pounds a piece or something like that.
They're beautiful trophies.
and-
What was it? Like a handle off a beer
It had a
tap.
big old Budweiser beer tap handle on it. I mean, they were probably
Yeah.
the coolest trophies we've seen all year.
Hang on, I'll find a picture of them.
Weinbarger. Yeah, you better be. Well, yeah.
So
I'm coming up to look at your trophy.
on top of that, our we went into the super sports, okay, and that man, I'm telling you, that super sport class is really something else. Dan Dybel, wasn't it Dan Dybel that won that? I believe I'm right when I say that. Yeah, it was Dybel. He won it. Tom Yak,
Now, listen.
sportsman.
Tom Yak, man, this guy is incredible. I mean, again, the only couple times and stuff that I've been down there at Willamette Speedway, he's shown the way. He's got that 47 car,
and 49,
or 49 car dialed in.
and we'll talk some more about him here in just a little bit. But yeah, he won the Beer Cup Dash. I think his dash, Sportsman's paid $150 for a Sportsman Trophy Dash.
How much?
$150.
These guys have been drinking
Well-
$1 a drink. In their hold on.
$1 a beer.
So, yeah,
for
$1 a
every
drink,
Every
yeah,
beer
$1
they
a beer.
drink, they put $1 in the pot.
So we're at 450 beers just for Colin. We're at another 150 for Yak.
It's 1,020 was the pot.
That's odd.
Look at that trophy, Josh. Look at those
Are
trophies.
those cool or what?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
You should snatch that and post it up on Moxie.
That's cool. I like that.
So check this out. Tom Yak won the Sportsman Street Stock Dash. Went to Kyle Yak. Kyle Yack won the street stock, and Roe.
Hold on. So Kyle Yack came in the street stock. Was he in that
The rat rod.
The rat rod with
Yeah.
with the duct tape?
Yep.
Did they update the duct tape?
Nope.
Did it still have his numbers on it?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Or have they fell off?
No,
Yeah.
they're there.
Really?
Yep.
That thing is dude. That thing is bad fast.
It
dude.
is bad fast.
That's another one when you're talking about how and I had a little interview with Mike Swear.
Mhm.
He drove a 4B this last Saturday
Right.
night.
Yep.
And I had a little interview with him. It's up on Moxie, and he's talking about if Kyle Yack can take a car that hasn't been on the racetrack for 4 or 5 years, he says I'm gonna take this 4B car that has actually Rob Ireland's old skin from his modified on it. He says.
Uh-huh.
Kyle Yack can win, so can I.
Wow.
It was just
Those are big shoes to compare yourself to.
and
Anybody.
he didn't-
Anybody.
He didn't win.
Yeah. Well, Mike's
But
still, he
but
wins in our book. He's a great guy.
Mike is funnier. You get him out of being shy or not wanting to talk. That dude is the
Yeah.
funniest.
He's a cool dude.
Holy yeah, he's funnier than hell.
So our
That's good for Kyle Yack though. He's fast in that car.
So the Hornets.
Yeah, come on,
Roe Lavorne.
again.
Yeah, she got another
Again?
dash and she made it count. $120 for $120 for a Hornet dash.
Well, I think that's gonna make if they do that each and every night instead of battling for what is it, $40 for a main event,
Something like that.
$20. I
Yep.
mean,
It was cool.
Come on.
It was cool. So that was how Beer Cup went, and I
That's
want to
good to
talk
go,
about
man.
since we're talking about cool trophies. Okay, Buzz Mitchell again had. You remember the Shriners Night? You
I
were
do.
there.
I do.
I think we raised some money.
Okay, so you tagged me, or you actually called me and you talked to me about this. This, what you're about to say, is again, I love the Willamette Speedway fans. I'm trying to get our Sunset fans would have liked that. If I had what we had down at Willamette this year, I think we
That
could have done it. And I have a
is
little
very,
I
very
have a
rare.
little piece too to tell you about the Banks Fire Department. So
Okay.
once you say this,
We'll
I gotta
talk
tell
about
you.
that here in a little bit. So we had a trophy left over from Shriners Night.
Yeah.
That Buzz Mitchell took out in the pit area, and he had he had the top, the cream of the crop drivers, and there were a lot of names on there. I mean, this thing was covered in gold Sharpie. It was a cool trophy. That trophy by itself was, I want to say it was 11 or 12 pounds. It was all steel. It was, again, put together by Putter, Jeff Hansen.
It's beautiful, beautiful trophy.
So this was really, this was so funny. We're down in the front, and I'm telling everybody exactly what this is for. It's Shriners Cup. The money's going to go to Shriners Hospital with their transportation fund to help get families in need to the hospital that need it. Okay?
Right.
So I look at Buzz, we're standing right down there by the flag stand. I said, Buzz, we're going to start auctioning right here. I said, what do we start the opening bid at? He looks at me like he has no clue, and he says, $50.
$50.
As he says that, Tony Coker, who's part of the 44T car, Brian Thompson, part of his crew, Tony Coker looks at me and says, $50. I got $50. And then it was within seconds, another guy in the stand says, I got 100. And then another guy.
Hold
it
on.
was just
Okay.
bang, bang.
So when we talked about raising the money for that street stock race,
Uh-huh.
well over $5,000.
Right?
Okay. Was it kind of like that type of
No.
atmosphere?
No. Totally different.
Really?
I'll tell you, it was complete insanity. So
Really?
we got a guy that immediately takes Tony Coker's bid up, from 50 to 100. And as I'm looking at the crowd, where the steps are.
Right.
Okay, the guy sits the guy that makes a $100 bill sitting off the right.
Okay.
A guy to the top stands up and says 150. I said, okay, we got 150
So
here.
we're getting in a bidding war.
Well, now we got a bidding war going on. This guy says 150. This guy comes back with 200. This guy says 250. Okay, he says 250. As he says that, I'm going to call him an older gentleman. He's not old, but he's older.
Okay. I got you.
He's walking by. He looks at me like he's got something to say. I point at him, and he says $500.
No. Okay,
I
hold on.
said
You started out with 50,
$50.
and now we're at 500
We're at 500
within seconds?
We're at 500 within a minute, right?
Oh yeah.
Within a minute, we're at $500. So I
Oh,
look
wow.
back to this kid, this younger gentleman who had made the original $100 bid from 50. I look at him. I said, "Bids at you, bud." I said, "What do we got? We got 550. What do we got? 550." He says, 600.
What?
And I'm going, okay, 600. We got something. I look back at the guy that was, the second bidder up to the top left.
Right.
I look at him. I said, "Come on." I go, "We got 600 here. What do you got? What do you got? We got 7. We got 7." He's looking at me like he wants to say it. Before he can say anything, The older gentleman who walked by in front of me looks at me, says, "I got